We'll call the Board of Works and Public Safety and Park Authority meeting to order. First order of business is roll call.
I'm James.
Present.
Terry.
Present. Next up is approval of the minutes of our May 13th session.
Motion to approve. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as written. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Any citizen comments this morning? Yes, unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have the pay application number 4 for Bendon Brown.
Good morning, this is their final pay app for the Community Crossing 24-02 project. The amount is $102,221.65. This is their, excuse me, their retainage. So this will finalize that project. Any other issues that we may discover, remind they have a 1-year warranty. So grass growth, that sort of thing. So we will be contacting them about some grass growth areas that need to be touched up. Other than that, I'm here to answer any questions. Here to say comments.
Thank you, John. Any comments or anything?
I'll move that we approve the final payout to Bendon Brown for $102,221.65.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we make the final pay application number 4 to Bendon Brown for $102,221.65. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next up, we have addition to some volunteers for the fire department.
Yeah, Lacey Lemon is one of our cadets at the present time. She went through fire academy while in high school at Columbia City. She's also taking her EMT. She's getting ready to graduate out here at the school. We would like to add her to the volunteer ranks after she graduates here next month. So just requesting to add her on next month after her graduation. She's one that, last night we had her fire graduation down in Columbia City. So she has all of her training, so she's ready to go after we get her on the department as a volunteer.
Good to see young people take.
That's a good program.
involved.
If we can get more people, more kids to fall in, take that class, they do all their training there. Once they get done, they have their certifications through the state. They're ready to go.
I'll move we approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve Lacey Lemon to the volunteer firefighters squad. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Next up, we have Park Department, got some asphalt crack fill quotes.
Yes, I asked for 3 quotes, received 2 back. The filling of all our asphalt cracks, this year will be all of Kinney, to include all the drives, all the parking lots, the large parking lot in the back, which has got quite a few cracks in it, and to include the walk-run track this year. It's the first year we've had to do that. We've had 30 very small cracks in that. Asphalt's holding up perfectly, but I want to fill those too. And that will also include the Veterans War Memorial Pettit Park parking lot. I want to fill those this year too. Steel curtain, who I've been pleased with in the past, at the lowest. quote at $13,350. Buddy Young, he came in at $16,480, and he and his son both have a company, and his son was actually with his father, and I drove him around, we looked at everything, and his son to this day has never given me a quote, which they said they would, so I asked for 3, got 2. I would like to use Steel Curtain, they are the lowest, and very pleased with their work, $13,350.
I'll move that we accept Steel Curtains asphalt maintenance quote for $13,350.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept Steel Curtains asphalt maintenance quote for $13,350. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next up, we have the police department vehicle.
So this is to replace the 2019 Durango that we have down at Foster's. It's got the engine cooling problem. Barb confirmed with Ross Hagan with Baker Tilly that we in fact do have the money to go ahead with this project to replace that. We are going to go to a Chevy Tahoe, will be our first one. I got 3 quotes, one from John Jones in Southern Indiana. With that quote, we took it to Word Rosales. They were going to meet that quote. But to be honest, we haven't ordered a Chevy police car in many, many years. They kind of got out of the business and they kind of resurfaced with the top of the package. So, in saying that, BC was not real comfortable in putting together a police department vehicle package and suggested we go somewhere that does this specifically and specialize in it. So we went to Kelly Automotive Group, Fort Wayne. They beat the original quote from John Jones that BZ was willing to match by about $1,000. So my recommendation is to go with Kelly Automotive Group. And just so everybody knows numbers, I think that's important. The MSRP on the Tahoe was $61,782. Because we went with Kelly and they ordered volumes of police vehicles, you can see on that quote, there's a $7,100 discount. Basically what that is they order so many, they get even a better price than state bid. And in a sense, if you want to look at it, we kind of piggyback on what they get for Fort Wayne. They basically gave us Fort Wayne Police Department pricing. So with that, off of that is $54,649, and with our trade-in of $10,500, it brings it down to $44,149. That's actually cheaper than we can get a Durango for. So I think it's a much better vehicle, much safer, and they don't have the problems that Chrysler's having with the Durangos. So my recommendation would be to move forward and approve Kelly Automotive Group out of Fort Wayne. Good thing about them is the vehicle's already on order because they said if you don't get it, somebody will. So it's got a production date of July 6th. So if it's approved, we will should have that within 60 to 90 days after the production date. So I would recommend Kelly Automotive. That's a heck of a price for that style of
That
vehicle.
type of vehicle, yes. Any discussion?
He's saying likes the top of that.
They've got less mechanical issues. this point. The Dodges are just, they've got that problem, they don't wanna, Chrysler don't wanna accept the responsibility, nor does the company that, the part that's going bad, and they don't want to, so we're gonna stay clear of that till that either gets corrected or they can meet these prices.
I'll move we approve the bid for Kelly Automotive Group.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the Kelly Automotive Group's quote for $44,149. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you. The other thing that creates is fitting of equipment. I'm not asking for any additional money. We have a equipment fund, that is in the capital plan. It'll be about $3,000 worth of equipment. We have that in that fund. I had Barb check it before we've got like $8,400. So I would just ask for permission to spend $3,000 on equipment out of an approved fund that we already have.
How much?
3,000.
I move we approve the allow him to spend $3,000 for the equipment.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we allow the $3,000 from the equipment fund. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Street Department, got some paving quotes for some alley work in Station Street.
We've got some quotes for Station Street. The seam in the middle of the street's actually coming apart. Everything. That take gravel for people walking back and forth. Also the alley around City Hall, both ways. That's getting first bad shape too. So I've got one quote from Van Brown for $37,122. And I got a quote from Milestone for $37,516. Then I got a quote from Pulver for $19,670. But still, I would recommend that we Pulver, they do a pretty good job for us.
And this was not in the initial budget either, but when I was checking for the car for Brian, I also checked also he was able to find the funding source for this, and it's with a GO bond, so we don't have to do any. We should be fine with all that. And the alleys back here are really bad.
They are. Yeah.
At Federal Station Schools too.
With the GO bond.
We use that every day, and it's bad back there.
With the GEO bond, I can't use any of that money to repair out.
So the community crossing,
Yeah.
community crossing.
What do you think the reason is for the huge difference?
I don't know.
Yeah, I read through them and everybody's description of what the work they were gonna do is the same.
Yeah.
So we're comparing apples to apples.
Well, I think a lot of it is too, they make their own asphalt. They don't use any recycled materials, so they got their own gravel pit, so they get their own gravel. So that's probably the same. Yeah.
Culvert.
Yeah, they don't have to go out and buy asphalt basically. Yeah, they
The,
got their own.
I had one thing to add to that on personal, when we did the pickleball courts before, got them and then bid them again. I don't remember exact numbers, but Millstone, actually Niblock did it the first time, then Millstone bought Niblock. It was like $145,000 to $190,000. And then I actually personally had my driveway a 2-inch overlay, and Millstone was way higher than everybody else, so that's not what we're seeing.
They have been on the community crossing jobs too, they've been more, but I think Culver too, I think they just, in my experience with them, on the smaller jobs, they are more competitive on the smaller jobs almost always. I don't think some of these other companies like to do the small jobs, so that could be part of it as well. And they're pretty local, they're in Albion, so.
Yeah. Good people to work with, we've done them several times, so.
My recommendation is to go ahead and go with Culver's.
I'll make a motion that, we accept Pulver's, quote for $19,670.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept Pulver Asphalt's, quote for $19,670. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thanks, Mike. Board comments, Brian, anything else?
I met with priests from St. Patrick's Church this morning. They were requesting a route on June 7th, starting at 2:30. We have pretty much, the standard is if you want to march or have a parade of any kind, council pretty much said we use the parade route that we use for the festival. It's safe, it's safer than they had planned on going out on US 33. It's just not feasible. So I met with a couple of gentlemen from the church this morning, and they're going to use the parade route in gazebo on June 7th. I think they've got with John 2:30 in the afternoon, and we will escort them from the gazebo backwards on the parade route, kind of like Kindness Parade yesterday, up south on Main Union to the school. And they wanted to go over to Woodlawn Park. So what I've done is suggested to them, if they choose to do that, to cut through the park and go around the track to Green Lawn, and Green Lawn will line them right up with, and then we'll stop traffic on Lincoln West. So just so you're aware of what's happening. Tom, that's right in your neighborhood, so avoid coming home or leaving at 2:30, you know, June 7th. It's a Sunday, so traffic should be lower. What's that?
That's also graduation.
Is that graduation day? Yeah. So, just so you're aware.
Graduation.
Yeah.
What is it for?
Okay, not sure. I'll be graduating.
Yeah. But anyways, that's what it is, so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
Jeremy, anything?
Nothing.
Mike? I didn't say John.
If you guys could, I forgot to tell you, or remind you, could you, because we do have the press watching our meetings, they do not know who you are. So if you would come up and just state your name and what department you represent, it would be helpful for them, because I get a lot of callbacks or emails asking who is speaking. So if you could do that, would be.
John Parrish, Park Department. Just one little thing, everything's going pretty well in the parks. Our splash pad, which we kind of cross our fingers every year on the underground piping specifically. This year it's fine, we repainted everything, power washed everything, it looks great. We're having problems with the activator pylon, the sensor. I've ordered a new sensor, should be here tomorrow. But if any of you guys hear anything or people complain, what we've been doing is it might run for 2 or 3 hours, 6 hours, and then stop working. We are coming in and fixing that, so it's going to be, I guess, a little bit hectic until we get that new sensor in. So that's right on.
Thank you, John. Jeff?
I got nothing.
Ben?
I have nothing.
John?
I have nothing more, thank you.
Elroy? Tom?
No, thank you.
Butler?
No, I gave you the closing information last time. I am putting, I put it on social media. I put it on the website. It's gonna be on the bills. And then, the information for the new payment system, there'll be a flag going down, live on billing. They can't sign up for it until July 27th when we actually go live. That's all I have.
Lord? Nothing. Most of you probably was at the Veterans Memorial dedication the other day. It's great to see such a great crowd out. Residents of Lake Erica coming out supporting the Legion and their local veterans. And John, thank BS Engineering for the flags everybody received out there. It was really great. created a monster. I could see it in the making with our banners. They were a big hit. Everybody got to see them. And Mike his crew got some extra brackets that he was able to put up. The rest of them that we didn't have brackets for. The little monster we created is everybody and their brother come out of the woodwork and said, hey, how do I get my relative up there or something? So we haven't had a whole lot of time to talk about it, but we talked about possibly doing something for Veterans Day in November. And in the meantime, we'll try and, as we collect the information from relatives and that kind of thing, put together, see how many we're gonna need. We'll have to order brackets. Also need to count the poles that are available that we could hang them on and that kind of thing. So some of them may end up, maybe going down 3rd and 4th Street back to Main Street. Not sure yet. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But excellent turnout. Or response to those banners. It does my heart a lot of good that we come up with that. And Betty Blue Designs just went overboard for us and threw in the little garden banners that everybody in this first round was able to get a garden banner to take on. So really happy with that.
Do we know if the Lions Club would be willing to,
Well, that's
provide any more funding?
we'll talk to them and, by late fall, they may have another, opportunity to have monies available for fundings, for different projects, so, they just did a remarkable job, just, talking with one guy, he took it to the club, and the club says, oh yeah, we've got money to spend, we can spend it, so it worked out really well. So.
There's another group in town called the Rotarians. It's a little better group for the most part. We would be more than willing to help as well, so I would think between the two, we'd probably get the second round taken care of.
Good. Rotary's done a lot of charity donations and stuff for city projects and that kind of thing. Really appreciate these service clubs taking interest in our city and make it as best can. With that, I have nothing more to say, so I'd entertain a motion for adjournment. So,
What motion do we hear?
been moved or motion been made to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed?
Safety study.